Hello there, welcome back to Crafters TV. I hope you're having a brilliant weekend. It's Sunday, we've got quite the day planned for you today. Loads of wonderful things coming up. We're going to kick things off right here, right now with Colour Me Happy, your weekly destination colouring show. It's going to be a little bit different today. We're going to be looking at something a little bit less usual. But I get a great masterclass coming up for you later, and of course Second Chance Sunday is how we round out the week, as we always do here at Crafters TV. Now, I'm not on my own today. We're reunited, and we were trying to think earlier, myself and Michelle. I can't remember the last time we worked together, Michelle.
It's literally been months and months.
It must have been like May.
Yeah.
Have I seen you? This will be the telltale. Have I seen you since Eurovision?
No.
No?
No.
I haven't seen you since Eurovision. So that was at mid-May, June. It's like 2.5 months.
Yeah. Oh, too long.
Too long indeed.
Too long.
What we've got to look forward to then today, and specifically in this Colour Me Happy show?
See, it's all about the re-inkers. It is all about these small but mighty re-inkers. So we're going to be doing some backgrounds. I'm going to be showing you some techniques. And don't be scared, they are so much fun. It is just about, with these, having fun, creating backgrounds, because you're never going to create the same background more than once. So that is what this morning is all about.
I'm very, very excited to see them. You don't get to see them all that often. There's loads of great things in the show today. Lots of you saying hello already. Suzette Suze saying good morning here, everyone. Just popped in to say good morning. See you later. I've got to take my son to soccer. Lynn is saying hi as well. Susan Dawn is here. Lynn says, lovely to have you back, Joe. I hope you had a good few days off. I did have a good few days off until this morning, Michelle. If you're looking at me and thinking, Joe, your hair looks a little bit flat today. Got up this morning. I ran a bath last night, and towards the end of running the bath, the water went, and I thought, gosh, that doesn't normally happen, you know, because I have a boiler. I was like, you know, one of those water tanks. I thought, oh, maybe I've just come to the end of the water for today. Got up this morning in a rush, jumped in, turned the shower on, didn't even think, did I? Jumped straight in the shower, freezing cold, no water anywhere.
Did you jump out as quick?
Yeah, and it's funny how it doesn't really, I did. I just did that thing where I got in and went, and put body parts under quickly, just sort of like, and then just washed and then got out again, and I was done. I was like, the world's quickest shower. But it's funny how you don't have your, you know, it's really put me all out of kilter this morning. It did.
Does it? It knocks you sort of off the course for the rest of your day, doesn't it?
Yeah. So hopefully someone's going to go around and look at the water. It'll be fixed by the time we get back. Who knows? Anyway, let's dive in, because as well as having lots of brilliant deals on the re-inkers that we've got on the show for you, we've got a couple of other bits that we want to tell you about. The Weekend Super Saver, firstly. I feel like a sort of a bag lady today. I've got bags everywhere in here, you know. They are full of great deals though, which is amazing. So we've got a wonderful deal for you on our acrylic paint markers. Firstly, this is your Weekend Super Saver. You're saving over 25%. You get 3 collections of the acrylic paint markers in here. So you're going to get the Jewels, the Pastel, and the Brights. Now these are excellent because they go on to so many different things for you, from of course cardstock and papers right up to MDF pieces, pebbles, rocks, you name it, it will go on to acetate. They look brilliant. But you'll also receive as well, this included too, which is your 9x12 premium black paper pad from Spectrum Noir. You're getting that included as well, and you get all of that as a platinum member for under £20, as you can see there, $19.18 or $23.88. That's your Weekend Super Saver then. That will only last up until the end of today. Now on Thursday there was a riotous cartload. If you missed it, you can go back and watch it, but we've done you a favour, because what we've done is just taken some of the best bits from that cartload and brought them into this show for you. Now, didn't think that you'd be able to get a a Gemini MIDI for under, what, for a penny?
Well, for a penny,
what can you get for a penny? I mean, really? A Gemini MIDI? I don't think you get a penny. A Gemini MIDI for a penny. So you've got here with this one, you're going to receive in here all of these. So essentially, when you go for these dies, and the thing is with these, these are all things that you come back and get for your MIDI anyway, because they are absolutely excellent. So you've got some wonderful frame dies in here. You've got some connecting sentiments. We've got some stencils. You've also got some of the iris folding dies and some waterfall dies as well. So they're what you're paying for, 63.96 or 78.80. $1.80, you get the MIDI for a penny. Now, the MIDI, yeah, $69.99 is what you'd be looking at for the MIDI. You are getting that included for a penny. It's a sensational deal. It's been so incredibly busy all across the weekend, so make sure you are snapping that up if you haven't gone for it yet. 5117 or 6304 if you are a platinum member and you want to get your hands on that one. Let's move on though, because the spending a penny thing continues. It really does, because we've got a selection of Spectrum Noir goodies. Now, the great thing about this is you are buying these. Now, these are brilliant quality. They are aqua blend pencils, so are watercolour pencils. You can swatch these down, and then pick them up with some water or go straight into your project. They're brilliant. This is the botanical collection. You've got 24 here. Lovely selection of colours. And the other thing that you're paying for is our glossy highlights as well. So you're buying those two. When you buy those two, we're going to give you £75 or $111 worth of product for free, which is quite remarkable. And I was having a little look through this bag, and the stuff that's in here is amazing. So acrylic paint markers, you're going to be getting a set of those included. We've got tri-blends, our original tri-blends. These are amazing. They're included as well. This particular one just here is your portrait blend. We've also got one of our discovery kits as well, concept design. So if there's a budding designer in the family, these make great gifts, some of these items too, which is excellent. We've also got the metallic paint markers, which are like the acrylic paint markers, but they have that metallic ink inside them, or paint I should call it. You've then got these, the tricolour aqua markers. You've got 9 different aqua markers within colours within that one. We're going to throw some illustrators in there for you too. It's like all the best bits of the Spectrum Noir range, this. And you're also going to get one of our quick drying ink pads in there too. Those freebies worth $75.92. You are of course only spending, as you can see, $30.99 or $36.91, because what you're buying of course is you're paying for these items and then you are getting absolutely everything else included, which is glorious. Now, that's not where it ends. Oh no, there's loads for you. This next item I want to show you, these are the two that you are buying. So your double-sided baubles and also your ho-ho-ho stamps and dies. Pay for those £30.99 or $37.99. We will give you £86 or $106 worth of goodies for free in here. So we've got some gorgeous stamps straight out the bat to get you started. These are wonderful to layer up these stamps. We've also got a 3D embossing folder which is coming with stencils too, so you can really pick out all of that embossed detail. You've then got a creator card as well. It's our winter stags, one of those scene dies that you've got here. Some of our amazing stamps. This is a festive wreath stamp set that's in there, which is a lovely layering stamp. We've also got one of the gift card holders in there, and we're going to include as well 'Tis the Season, which is one of those wonderful sentiment dies for you. Again, £86 or $106 worth of product when you buy for free when you buy those two items. They really are amazing, these bags that the guys put together for the cartload on Thursday. The other one I want to share with you is a Nature's Garden selection, and in here what you're paying for is this, the A4 luxury cardstock, this from our Secret Garden, and the wax seal kit from the Farmhouse collection. When you buy those two, you'll get £70 or $86 worth of freebies. So you're then going to get this one here. So this is one of our, from Secret Garden, you've got our whimsical lanterns. You've got some Farmhouse in here, and these are some gorgeous stamps and dies. Oh, these are those seed packet holders, which are super cool. We've also got the garden gate from Secret Garden. You've got your We Can Do It, that very strong looking lady from Farmhouse. Some garden gnomes in here as well. The gnome girl, that's going to be in there. You've also got from our winter gnomes, you've got the gnomes kissing gate, which is that one just there. And you'll also receive a moment in time, which is a beautiful stamp design for colouring. Those freebies worth £70 or $84. You get them included for free when you buy these two items. You're spending $29.99 and $36.91, saving £70 or $84. It is absolutely incredible value for money. There are lots of deals still over on the website from that cartload on Thursday, so do head back over there and have a little look. I am going to share with you though the deal that we have for you on the re-inkers. So there are some different colours for you. So this one here is the floral collection. So you'll get purple, orchid, magenta cherry, starfish and dandelion in here. What colour's a starfish?
Is it like a... Oh, I don't know. What colour is a starfish?
What colour is a starfish? I don't know. We must have it over there.
Which one's starfish?
Starfish is CR6.
Oh, so it's like a salmony colour.
Like a salmony colour, yeah. We'll have a look at that in a moment. We also have some other collections, all of these same price for you, $27.99 and $37.99. None of these are particularly deep in stock is what I would say. The next one we've got for you is this one here, and in here you'll get the coastal collection. So you've got emerald, forest green, sea spray, ultramarine, peacock blue and the cyan you're getting in that one. We also then have the natural collection for you too. And in here you'll get ice grey, green grey, brown grey, blue grey, raw sienna and coffee bean. They are the 3 colours that you will get in there. These are brilliant. They go such a long way. You can either use them to re-ink your alcohol markers, or what you can do is play around, do lots of really fabulous techniques on them. That's what we're going to concentrate today. If you've got the re-inkers and you've used them, I'd love to know what you like using them for. In fact, maybe you could send us in some pictures as well of what you've been up to with yours. Very easy to do that. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk is where you need to send those pictures into. Details are there along the bottom of the screen. Lots of you still chatting away and saying hi as well. I'd love to know what you're up to with your weekend, but without further ado, we're going to go over to Michelle. I know you've been so excited for this show, Michelle, haven't you?
Absolutely. I have. I'm a little nervous because you know how much of a mess I make, but I have been excited. So to start with, obviously, we'll start at the beginning, shall we?
Let's. It's a very good place to start.
Yeah. So I have picked 2 of my inks up here. I've got my MG5 and my DR3. So these are our re-inkers. So if you've got any of our classics, these are what you're going to be buying to refill your classics. And then obviously you can see with the price, they're not expensive at all. But again, it's one of those things where we like to buy something and be able to do more than one thing with it. So with these, you absolutely can. So you're going to need some special paper. So this is called UPO paper. You can get this from lots of different places. I know that we've got some on our website as well.
We do indeed.
So it's almost plasticky. It's you can still die cut it and you know, use your scissors on it, but to tear it, it's yeah, not so much. So it's like a glossy.
It's like a very thin photo paper almost,
yes,
isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. So that is what you're going to need. You sort of need that non-porous surface. If you're just going to use our normal card, it's not going to work. It's going to sink in, it's going to soak in, and this allows it to sit on there, and it allows it that time for you to be able to move it about. So you've probably seen people doing it. They use this, they've got this, and you will need some of this. Now I've got a giant bottle here. So this is your isopropyl alcohol. It's cheap to buy, and when you buy one like this, you know that it's going to be lasting you, well, depends how much you enjoy it and how much you play, but it's well worth it. So those are the things that you're going to sort of be needing to start with. And then all we're going to do is, so these have got pipettes in them. So I've already got my pipettes in there.
I'm quite excited, Michelle.
I'm so excited. And the thing about this is, it is a work of art, I think.
Right.
I mean, if you've seen some people use these, they look amazing. And it's all about sort of building it up. So you're going to be popping it on, you're going to be moving it about either with your heat gun, with a straw, or just, you can get these little, I don't know what they're called, but you sort of squeeze it and it blows air out.
Wafters. Should we call them wafters?
Wafters.
Let's call them that. That's probably not what they're called, but we can go with that.
I like that. So you can get those, and it's just to be moving your ink about and your alcohol. So we're just going to do it. So all I'm going to do, we're just going to go for it. We're just going to be dropping, so with my MG5, we're just going to be putting drops on here for now, and then I'll put a couple of these in. And you're not going to be using a lot. You can see it's starting to, it doesn't soak in, it sort of sits on the top. And then I'm going to bring in, so I've already got some in here. And I've got one of, so this is one of my pipettes, you know, from our little sparkle pots that we've got. You get pipettes in these, and this is what this is. So we're going to add some of this on. And I'm just going to put lots of drops on, and again, so this is just going to allow you to move it about. So you can either, use a straw, you can just wiggle it about like this, or you can then come in with a brush. I'm just going to bring in a really fine one, and you can be moving it about, and you can see how much it really moves about. So you can be sort of popping it exactly where you want, and then it's going to settle back. Those lines are going to sort of move out. They're going to get, you're not going to have those lines in, you can see. So if I just, sorry if you see my head.
Well, it's really cool, isn't it?
So, and it dries on its own. I mean, again, you can use a heat gun if you want. And this
almost
is the
looks
fun.
glossy, like enamel almost.
It is. So when you see it finished, you have the most glossy effect on there. So again, I'm just going to blow. But if you bring your heat gun in, you can do it with your heat gun. So I'm just going to bring these two colours in again. I'm just going to add a little bit more. So we're going to... And don't worry, don't think, oh, I'm going to be using loads, because you're not really. If you're only making cards with these, the amount that you're going to be popping on there is quite minimal. And this is all you're going to do. You're just going to keep building up with a bit of alcohol, your inks, and really it's about having a play. Just squishing and squashing and swirling, swirling it about.
Eve says, I've never used the inkers, but waiting patiently to see what Michelle comes up with. She never disappoints. She doesn't.
Thank you. So I did bring a straw in with me, and I've put it down somewhere. But you don't necessarily need it. You can see that I'm just... And you get those lovely sort of ripples.
And how long does this sort of thing take to dry then, Michelle?
It doesn't take long at all.
Liam's gone to get you a straw.
Liam's just been to McDonald's. Maybe he's got a spare one on him.
Oh, yeah, he'll take it out of his soft drink, I think.
Yeah, bring me with the one he's used. So all I'm doing, as you can see, I'm just moving the paper around.
I love just how glossy it is.
It is just so beautiful. And this is all you're going to do. So then if I come back in with my pipette of alcohol and just put, do you see that?
Oh, wow.
It is just a lot of fun. And really, this is just about you having a play, seeing what you want in, you're just making the background. So it's very much like with your watercolours, your aqua pens, getting those lovely, I don't know, shape, dimension in there.
Here he is, he's got your straw.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. Oh, I like that straw. That might come home with me.
Is it a jazzy one? Oh, it's a metal one.
Yeah, it's sort of rainbowy. Oh, that's so much better.
Oh, perfect.
You have a little bit more control, I think, when you're using a straw. And that's what it's about. It's getting all those textures in there, all that movement. So you're just going to, exactly what I'm doing, you're just going to keep twisting and turning, and you're going to be looking, and you're going to be thinking, I want a bit there, I want a bit there. And just having a bit of fun.
And I guess you've used such a minimal amount as well.
You really do. And the good thing is, so if you've got a little bit and you're like, actually, I don't like that bit, either put a bit more of your ink in or put a bit of your alcohol in, because your alcohol, when you pop that on top, so if I'll show you, if there's a particular piece you don't like, you think it's a bit boring, when you pop that on, it sort of gets rid of it. And if I came in with this, I can move it, and then I can go back in, and I can put a drop there, and I can give it another play about. And then you're just building it up, and you're getting all those texture lines. So we'll pop that to the side to dry for now. So I'm quite happy with that. But do you know what? If you come in with a different colour as well, so that's it. You're going to have all your different colours. You're just going to be building up lots of different depth on there, lots of dimension, lots of exciting shapes, things like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in a totally different colour. But I've got one here, and it's already dry, and I've used some of the, I think it was like the PL3 and the TB6, some of my, oh, and I think I used a bit of LV2 as well, so some of my purples. So once, and the only different thing I've done with this is, so if I bring this one in here, I put lots of splodges everywhere and I've blown them about. With this one, I've dropped my ink at the top and I've put lots of alcohol at the top, and I've just let it do the drip. So you've probably done it with your watercolours before, things like that. And I've just let it drip down. I've helped it a little bit with the heat gun to just have that, that effect. But you can also do it with your paintbrush. So come in with your brush and just streak it down. It's very much like watercolouring.
Cool, isn't it?
So what you're going to do with your watercolours and water, you're going to do with your alcohol, inks and alcohol. So I'm going to pop that again to the side. So this one, what we're going to do is, where is my stamp? So I'm just going to bring in one of my stamps that I've got down here. So this is our Proud Poppies. So we're just going to take this out, and this is sort of a lift technique, a resist technique. So you've seen me do it before. So when I've used our aqua pens and I've created a background and then I've stamped with water and lifted the image.
Yeah.
So we're sort of going to do that. So I'm just going to pop this on here. So this is our Tim Holtz. This is our alcohol lift ink pad. I'm not sure if you can do it with any others because I've never used any others.
Now, I know there's a couple of Tim Holtz items on the show today. I don't know if this one's on there.
There is. We've got a couple of Tim, which is why I thought I'd be okay to use it. But this is by far the best thing. I've not used our ink pads with it, but give it a go. See how it does it. So I'm just going to stamp that up with this, and then we're just going to go on here. I'm just going to put that on there. And then I'm just going to wipe. And really, maybe I should have used my stamping platform. In fact, let's get the stamping platform out, because the best way to do this is to go in a couple of times.
Right.
So if I pop that there, and then I can see it, but I can't stamp back on that now because I know I'm not going to get it in exactly the same place. So let's use it this way. So let's pop that there, and I'm going to pick it up with this.
So this is just basically the same as the alcohol you had in the bottle, is it, in an ink pad form?
It is, yeah. But it's brilliant because then you can be bringing your stamps in and you can lift in with the stamp and that image. So let's give it a wipe. Can you see that coming through? You can't quite see it, can you? I can. That is coming through beautifully.
I'm coming over for a look at yours.
Come and have a look.
Oh, yeah, I can see that there, yeah. That's really cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Do you know, these are just, it's, using these alcohols to create your backgrounds is just about having fun. And then you can bring other things in and really go to town with it. But what you need to do is, as soon as you've stamped, you need to go in and you need to give it a wipe. See it coming through, can't you?
Gives you like a watermark almost.
Yeah, but you can really build it up. So obviously there's quite a few flowers and leaves in there. So you can really build up an image, really go to town if you want. But you're going to wipe straight away. There we go.
That's really cool.
So let's, tell you what, let's do it at the top as well. So I'm going to pop that on there. Yes, pop that one there. Let's bring in a couple of others. Let's bring in the leaf.
A lot of people talking about how they love to use theirs at home. Who is it here? Laughing Grove says, that's a great technique. I'll have to see if I can get my desk absolutely level. Last time I did something similar, it all ran off the page. Yeah, make sure you do. Sandra talks about using it with a soap bubble technique. Oh, that's one I haven't heard of before.
I've seen it, I haven't done it.
Diane says, I love the technique. Didn't have the paper, so use vellum. Guessing that would also work. How did that go? Who was that? Was that Diane? Yeah, Diane, did it work with vellum? Do let us know.
It does work with vellum.
Yeah.
And you can use it on acetate as well.
On acetate
or you can get amazing effects with acetate. So let's, not that piece, give it a wipe. That just helps that lift to come along. It's almost like watching magic before your eyes.
Yeah, it's very clever how it just lifts out the bit that you want to do. I mean, I guess as well, you could do nothing to stop you doing this on a solid piece as well. I guess there's nothing, although you can do lots of techniques with these, Michelle, nothing to stop you using them as one solid colour on a piece of Yupo paper.
No, absolutely not. It's entirely up to you how you make and what kind of background you go on to make. It's entirely up to you. You can use the colours of the rainbow and really go to town. And if you're using it on acetate, you can also do, so you're going to be able to do sort of a stained glass window effect, depending on what project you're wanting to use it on. But you can see how beautifully that is lifting up. So if I just take those off and remove this. So what I will do is I will bring you in my finished one. So I've got a finished card that I used in these colours. This one's still drying, which is why I didn't do that on it. But, so I'm going to bring in my finished card.
Wow.
And I just did a nice simple card, and I've used the other flower from this kit. Where have I put that stamp? Oh, it's here.
I love that it's so distinctive as well, isn't it? The result it gives you, it's unlike anything else that really we bring you. It's very, very distinctively this.
Yeah, it is. So, oh, I've used the poppy on that one, haven't I? Why did I think it wasn't the poppy? So I've used the poppy. I've done exactly the same lift technique. I've gone in, but you can see, so instead of the splodge technique, we'll call it, I did do the drip technique on this one, very much like this one.
Right.
I put my inks to the top with the alcohol and let it sort of, drip down. And that's all I've done, it exactly the same as this. Let's move that because it's still a bit sticky.
Very
the
clever.
Same as this. And then I've just put a little bit of ribbon on there, backed it on black because it always looks fabulous backed on black. And that's how I got the results of that card.
Brilliant. Which ones are you going to go for? There's 3 different options, remember, for you. I'll remind you of what these options are then. So the first one is the floral collection that you have. That's the purple, the orchid, magenta, cherry, starfish, and also the dandelion. They are the 3 that you are getting within that one there. Then you've also got the coastal collection. And the coastal collection is going to give you emerald, forest green, sea spray, ultramarine, peacock blue, and the cyan. And then finally, you can go for the natural collection, or the neutral collection, sorry, as we're calling it. And that is your ice grey, green grey, brown grey, blue grey, raw sienna, and the coffee bean as well. They are the 6 colours that you're going to get there in that particular collection. All of them have got 20% off. $27.99 or $37.99 is your price on these. Now, something we launched on Tuesday, it's been incredibly popular since we did, is this, the next instalment of course, our Academy of Colour. And this one is all about portraits. Now, the great thing about these boxes is not just the amount of value that you get crammed into every single one of the boxes, but also the education that you get included as well. You get access to an online class with the lovely Leanne to take you through absolutely all the elements of this box. They come beautifully packaged. You've got everything you could possibly need inside, and then pens that are specific to the actual subject that you are studying. And I think that's the best way to think about it. It's like a class in a box. I'm going to take you back through, everything you're getting included in here, because, I mean, it's great that you're getting that education in there, and it's invaluable. You know, you've got all the tools to allow you to learn that task, but what you've also got is a really great value box sort of in its own right, because we've given you a great launch deal on this, $33.99 or $44.95, and what you've got are the specific pens that you need. So you've got your duo colour pens, you've also got your duo colour aquas in here too, so you're getting 2, 4, 6, 8, you're getting 11 pens in total in here, and they're going to give you all of these different shades that you might need. And then of course what we've also done is included some glorious stamps to enable you to get those results too. Let me just show you the stamps that you are getting in here. So here they are, and these are the kind of things that you're going to be stamping up and creating with them. You can see just how fabulous they really are. So either with your alcohol markers, this is what you're going to be creating with your alcohol markers. Remember, you're going to get all of the education. You're going to be able to go through all of this step by step. And then you've also got the option to do it here in watercolour, because you're getting both watercolour and alcohol within the collection itself. You've then got what you need as well with regards to the perfect cardstock. So we're including the perfect alcohol marker cardstock and the perfect aqua cardstock in there, watercolour cardstock in there as well. A brilliant deal on this, $27.19, $35.96 if you're a platinum member, and that gets you the contents of the box, but also access as well to the online class, which is available. Is it available? Is it coming up, or is it already now available? It's already available for you. So you'll get an access code included in the box, which means you'll be able to go back to that. And the great thing is you go back to that time and time again, you'll be able to really sit and refine and master one specific technique. And I think that's the thing for a lot of people with colouring. Sometimes you sort of set off on your colouring journey. There's so many different styles of colouring for you to have a go at and to tackle, whereas what this is about really is you sort of nailing and mastering each individual element of it with the perfect tools and also all the education that you need. No, easy to see, no wonder why it was very, very busy on that when we launched it on Tuesday. Still available to you right now in the show, so make sure you snap it up if you don't already own it. Sandra says, Joe, you make a cup of bubbles with soapy water and some ink by blowing into a straw, and you touch the paper with the bubbles. Well, that sounds very interesting. A lot of people loving that last demonstration. Mary says beautiful. Joe loved it, as did Diane and Sandra as well. Val says, hi Joe Michelle, sorry a bit late, warm and muggy today, so took the dog out early, looking forward to the demos. Val in Southampton. I tell you what, Val, I'd go so I'd say it's very, very damp. I had put some clothes out to air yesterday in the apartment with the windows open. Well, I got up this morning, I felt like they were still as wet as they were when they went on the line. It has done nothing but drizzle, drearily, all day yesterday and all day today in Manchester. So, yeah, so much for summer. Although they're saying, Michelle, we've got another heat wave on the way. I don't know when it's coming.
Oh, I wish it'd hurry up.
Sorry?
I wish it'd hurry up.
I do wish it'd hurry up.
I'd rather have the heat.
It could be coming this week, apparently. Would be nice. I've got a wedding to go to on Friday, so if the weather could be nice then, that would be really glorious. Yeah. If anyone out there can make that happen, do get in touch and let me know. I'd be really, really grateful. Right then, we're going to go back to Michelle. We've got more demonstrations. Right,
so I've picked 3 different re-inkers this time. So I've got my JG2, my LV2, and I've picked my MG5. And I'm lovely and inky, look. Well, you can't beat getting inky when you're working. I've brought in this stamp set, so we're going to be using these. I've just got a square of that Yupo paper. Let's get these out there. And then what I've also got, so I have got next to me, I've just got a bit of tin foil, and I've got a pile of baby wipes. So I haven't got baby wipes, these are cleaning wipes.
Tin foil and baby wipes?
Tin foil and baby wipes.
Wow.
I know, you've no idea where this is going, have you?
No, absolutely not.
Use baby wipes if you can, because obviously if you're going to be using like a cleaning wipe, like a bleach wipe, it's not going to work as effective, but I'm still going to be able to do it, so no problem there. So, in fact, I'll bring it in so I can show you. And the reason that I've got it sat on the tin foil is because I'm going to soak my baby wipe with some of this. And obviously, you know, I don't want it going through onto my desk or anything like that. So I'm just going to put some ink down. So that's the MG5. And again, you're using half a dozen drops of this at a time. So, you know, you're not going, not using too much.
I'm very intrigued to see what this is going to turn out like.
So I'm just going to pick up one of my stamps, pop it on there, and we're just going to pick it up from the baby wipe. And then I'm going to bring in this, and we're going to stamp.
Wow. So you're almost using the baby wipe like an ink pad then, mixing your own colours within the baby wipe?
Yes. Yeah, and because obviously you're popping it onto a baby wipe, it's staying wet so you can pick it up with this. So then we're just going to create a lovely little background piece with these stamps. So I think if you use baby wipes rather than this bleach wipe, it's not going to, I think the bleach wipe and the alcohol, I don't think it's playing brilliantly. You're going to definitely get a more defined stamp, but then actually when I tried it with this, I really loved that quite watercolour effect almost that I'm getting with this. So all I'm doing is I'm just picking up the ink on this, throwing it about. Let's try that again. So all I'm doing is just picking up the ink on this, and then we're just going to transfer it to that Yupo paper. There we go. And it's just fun, a lot of fun. And like I said, you're not going to get the same effect twice. It's just, you're never going to do it. So each piece that you make is going to be a unique little piece of artwork. There we go. Let's bob one in the middle.
Linda says, wow, Joe, I love your PBR shirt you are wearing. Do you know, I bought this for a photo shoot for a US warehouse clearance, and I've never heard of it, but apparently this is a brand of beer in the US.
Oh, is it?
Pabst Blue Ribbon beer. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it is lovely.
I was just looking for an excuse to wear it, and that excuse was that the ironing needed doing.
So I've got my JG2, and I'm going to do exactly the same onto this wipe, or this little pile of wipes that I've got. Just dropping some ink on, and then I've just got one of my leaves, and let me put that on a bit straighter. There we go. And we're just going to pick that ink up. I'm going to attempt.
It's definitely something you can really get very experimental with, and it is sort of crafting.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I think things like this, especially our Colour Me Happy shows, things like that, it's all about having a play, having an experiment, see what you come up with.
Shadia says, such a great job. Wow, Michelle, you are a genius.
Well, I'll take that. I agree.
I just googled where I could buy isopropyl alcohol, struggle with that word, and discovered in the UK we call it surgical spirit as well, apparently.
All right, okay.
Which most households have. I'm going to use that. Give it a go, Laughing Gravy. Let us know how you get on. Tammy says this is a perfect weather for colouring. That's exactly what it is.
It really is. So I've got a little mark there where I dropped my stamp, but it doesn't really matter. So we're going to go in. I'm going to bring in another one of these flower stamps, and we're going to put different colour down. And so again, this is just about building up your background, building up your design, having a little bit of fun. And it really is just so much fun.
I wonder what you could do with the baby wipe afterwards, but you could definitely dry that out and do something with it.
Yes, because it's got all that ink that's on there. You're absolutely going to be able to use it for sure. Oh. And the thing is, like I just said, every time you put ink down on here or on a background, you're not going to replicate it. It's going to look different every single time. So you're just building up that background, having a little bit of fun. And again, you can be doing these onto your acetate. You can be using some glossy cards. I think you can do it on mirror card as well. And again, so each different one that you use it on, it's going to turn out totally different. Let's pop that on there, pick some more green up. We're pretending that I haven't got a rocker block mark on my piece of card. We're just ignoring that bit there.
We will let you on.
See if I can disguise it just a little. No.
Oh, cool.
So we'll just ignore it. But this is all you're going to be doing. So you just, whatever card you're making, whatever design you're looking for, whatever stamps you're using, you're just going to keep building up that that background. So if I just pop that to the side for now, and I'll bring in the finished card.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yeah, so using the same inks. I used baby wipes before, so that's what I'm saying. I think it's reacting a little bit differently with these bleach wipes. But exactly the same. You're just going to keep on building your design up. All I've done is I've just cut it into two, matte and layered it. And that is the result that you will get.
Shadi says, yeah, they dry the baby wipe out afterwards and makes gorgeous flowers out of it. It's a really, really great thing to do. If you've got other ideas of how you've using them or other ideas you've got about using them, let us know. As always, it's really lovely when everyone gets to share their ideas and inspiration. Crafters TV on Facebook if you want to get in touch. Crafters Companion if you're over on YouTube. I'll just remind you again then of the 3 different collections that you've got. I mean, the hardest decision is going to be choosing which one of these you're going to go for. So the florals are on your screen there at the moment, the details. You've got the purple, the orchid, the magenta, the cherry, the starfish and the dandelion. And then the other one you've got is a coastal collection, and that's going to give you emerald, forest green, sea spray, ultramarine, peacock and cyan. And then finally you have got ice grey, green grey, brown grey, blue grey, raw sienna and the coffee, that's the neutrals. All of them should be $35.94 or $47.70. Over 20% off of that today brings them down to $27.99 or $37.99. We don't have deep stocks of any of them though. All 3 of these collections are low in stock. So if there's one you've got your eye on in particular, absolutely get your hands on it, get into your basket and get it checked out. $22.39 or $30.39 if you are a platinum member. Going to give you a quick opportunity to check out your baskets. It is very, very busy over on the website at the moment, so whilst you do that, here's all the details of US delivery.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95 and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash.
Make light work of intricate and delicate die-cutting designs with the Pokey Tool from Crafter's Companion. An absolute essential part of any paper crafter's kit, its precise tip has been designed to release the tiniest pieces to reveal your finished results with absolute precision. And to make sure your finished project is perfect, each Pokey Tool has a rubber tip protector, so there's no risk of damaging your die-cutting design or yourself. The Crafter's Companion Pokey Tool is such an essential craft item, we've included 2 in each set.
Quick Buy, get yours now. Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Draw, decorate, and customize your world with the colorful Spectrum Noir acrylic paint markers. Each premium paint marker gives opaque coverage on ceramic, glass, wood, and let's not forget paper, cardstock, and canvas. These versatile markers are filled with highly pigmented premium water-based paint, offering beautiful, rich, and smooth coverage. The colors can be blended together, and the fast-drying opaque paint is ideal for layering. A 3mm bullet tip offers smooth strokes, and a precision valve mechanism allows rich and consistent flow with no clogging. Quick buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash.
In a flash, indeedy. Right, we're going to come back. We're going to have a little look at some other stuff that's in the show, because we've got some great deals on lots of different things for you. These have always been popular whenever we've brought these to you. These are the chalkboard stamps that we've got. A great deal on these for you, saving you almost £50, over $20. I love the sort of effect that these give you. When they've been heat embossed, you can then either create a resist with these or just heat emboss them onto black cardstock. I think they look brilliant. I love the modern style of the fonts as well. It's like, they are sort of the fancy signs that you see in shop windows, you know, that people draw by hand. That's what they kind of remind me of. This one here is do more of what makes you happy. You've then got the greatest thing you can be is yourself, which is fabulous. Lovely, inspiring quotes on a lot of these. May you be forever blessed. But then this one says, life is important, too important to be taken seriously. Absolutely it is. Go out there and do amazing things. You've also got laughter is the best medicine. This one here says, enjoy the sweet little moments. This one is make your dreams happen. I love all the little sort of embellishing elements around the fonts on that one. That one there is life is tough, but so are you. And then finally you get this one. You don't have to be perfect to be amazing. Absolutely not, you don't. $34.93, $48.63 gets you all of those, which is excellent. You're looking at just under £28 or $39 if you're a platinum member and you want to snap those up. I can see... I can see Michelle sort of, she's having a, I don't know what's happening over there. I'm very excited to find out in a moment what's going on, but there's all sorts. I mean, you can see what's going on the other side of the studio. Sandra says as well, they like to create shades of some of them, dilute some of the re-inkers back. Absolutely. I mean, there's so many different ways of using them. The important thing though is, of course, it all starts with you getting them. 3 different collections for you. Head over to the website and have a little look which ones you are going to be going for, because you've got those 3 different types. Of course, the floral, the coastal, and you've got the neutral as well. Right, Michelle, I can see Michelle's blowing things about. There's things flying all over the place over there. What's going on?
So this piece that I created earlier, I was just adding a little bit more inks to it. I'm keeping my eye on it because so where you've got more layers, where the meeting.
That looks amazing as it's drying.
Yeah, it's
the sort of texture gets more intense, doesn't it?
It does, yeah, it does. So I'm just keeping my eye on it. Yeah, so where you've got sort of multiple layers where they meet, they will stay tacky for that little bit longer. So, and then we're going to put some gilding flakes onto it. So that is what I'm doing at the minute. I just keep, I keep bringing it and adding a little bit more, and I think that's the addictive thing about. I can see it at the side of me, and I'm thinking actually that little bit there just needs a little bit more. So that's what I was just doing. But keeping my eye on it, so when that gets suitably dry enough, we're going to pop some gilding flakes onto that, because that looks amazing. Nice. But for this one, so I have got a piece of watercolour card. Now, I know I said that you need to have a sort of a non-porous surface, which is why we use the UPO. But that you can do a brilliant technique with these, which is what we're just going to do now. So I'm just going to pick... I want this one, but I haven't opened it yet, so you're going to have to bear with me. I got a little bit carried away with that other piece and forgot to open this one up. So I don't know if this is the newer way they come or the older way.
I don't know.
Because these are the ones that I've got mainly next to me, and they've got the pipette in. So I don't know if this is the new or the old one. Maybe someone watching will be able to tell us, but the pipette's separate. So I'm just going to pop that open. We're going to use
and also storing these, Michelle. How are we going to keep... Is there anything do's or don'ts with these when it comes to storing them?
No. Obviously, you're just going to store them upright. But I've just got a plastic tray type thing at home, and they're all just.
Out of direct sunlight, away from a radiator kind of thing.
Yes.
All the normal stuff.
Yeah, of course. Just your regular stuff. So let me have a look. What other colour do I want? I'm going to go with this one. Right, so again, either popping it onto a bit of tin foil or your glass mat is the best thing for these. So I'm just gonna open that up and I'm just gonna put a little bit onto my glass mat. Is it just me, but I really enjoy playing with a pipette? Just me? There's just something fun. I think it
Something
takes you
quite
back
nice
to...
about getting messy, isn't there, with these sorts of crafts?
There is. So, and then a bit of the green. I'm not going to put them too close to each other. And then all I'm going to do is with a tissue, a piece of kitchen roll, just going to scrunch it up, and I'm just going to pick up some colour and I'm going to go on quickly. And again, so you're just getting a totally different colour on that background because you've got the texture of the watercolour as well, and it nearly almost dries instantly, but you get that beautiful effect on there. And again, so you're just gonna, shouldn't have really done it.
Oh, that's amazing. It almost looks like a sort of abstract flower, doesn't it?
Yeah. And again, it's just so much fun.
And I guess with the watercolour, then it just instantly dries it the moment it hits it.
It really does. It does. So you need to be quite, not necessarily quite quick, but you know you're gonna go in quite quick. And again,
That's
the
so
good thing
cool.
is you're never going to get two pieces that are exactly the same, because it's nigh on impossible to try and recreate.
And I guess there's nothing to stop you mixing two colours together in there and making a bit of a sort of pattern and then picking it up, is there?
Absolutely. So you could definitely. I mean, they are drying on my glass mat, so you need to be relatively quick with it. But, you know, get those colours down there and then get them picked up. And each and every time you're going to come up with such a different effect, pattern.
That's amazing.
Yeah, because I'm using this watercolour card. It does dry.
I guess it's going to dry on the glass mat as well, which is the bit that surprises me.
Yes, yeah, so it is. That's dry now. So you do have to be a lot quicker. So yes, you can absolutely be decorating if you've got any glass coasters or anything like that. I don't know if you'd need to then coat them with a gesso or something, to keep them like that forever.
I guess, yeah, you could seal them, couldn't you, if you wanted
Yes.
to do something like a Mod Podge or something like that.
Yeah, that's it. I said gesso, I meant Mod Podge. To be honest, all I've ever done is sort of made card backgrounds with them, because obviously, that's sort of what I do. But you can definitely bring these into your mixed media, into, you're making home decor pieces, things like that. But I'm going to leave that like that. And then what I've also got these. So these are from that, what's it called? That beautiful...
The flowers, we've got those on the show, haven't we? I'll share those with you shortly.
So what you can be doing is you can be using this and then die cutting those out, or going in. So I don't know why I put the lid on that. So going in and inking these up. So let's pop a bit more on here. So again, it's up to you. Either ink the paper up first, or ink them once you've die cut them out. So let's go there.
Again, I think it just gives you such a unique finished project, doesn't it? There's no other way of achieving this with any other element of our range. Sandra says, Michelle, a long while ago I asked my hubby to get me a few pipettes on the internet. Imagine my expression when 500 showed up in the package. What on earth are you going to do with 500 pipettes, Sandra? I think you have found your craft, it's fair to say. You've got a lot of pipettes. Popettes? There's something else.
So let's just pop a bit more on there. And again, so the different texture that I'm using kitchen roll, but if you used just a smooth tissue from your tissue box or something like that, you will probably again get a different effect as you're stamping onto there. So there you go. So you can be die cutting those out and doing it. So that's watercolour card as well. And the watercolour card, it's brilliant because it dries instantly, but you've got that beautiful texture on there. So if I just then bring you this in, all I've done with this is I've left a little bit of white space, where with this one I've coloured it all in. I've just die cut it out with one of our nesting dies, and then I've just popped my flowers onto the side and created a pretty cool card, I think.
Yeah, it's really cool.
And it's that quick, that easy and that simple.
Yeah. Just a brilliant, brilliant effect. And I guess you could use all the colours in that way and create very, very different looking backgrounds. So maybe, I guess, could you do the same thing on a Yupo paper? I guess it would just move around a lot more. It'd blend, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would blend a lot more. You wouldn't obviously get that texture that you get with the watercolour card, but absolutely you can do it. Shall we do it? I've got a little bit of spare Yupo next to me. Let's see how different it looks doing that same thing onto here. So let's just open those again. We can compare them then. Green. And I must admit, I've not bought any of our re-inkers to re-ink any of my pens. I've just bought them to do this with. Let me go in with the yellow first. So I'm still getting that lovely texture of my tissue, my kitchen roll that I'm using. And to be fair, it doesn't dry that slowly on the Yupo paper either. It dries obviously a lot slower than on the kitchen roll.
Yeah, it definitely gives it a different effect though, doesn't it?
Totally different effects.
Really, really cool.
So yeah, you're getting a lot of that texture from the kitchen roll coming through, aren't you? So if I just bring that back in, they both look fabulous actually. But you do get that nice glossy coming through with this one, and obviously you've got a more matte, muted effect with the watercolour card.
Really, really gorgeous. Again, you know, it's all about you getting hold of them, isn't it? 3 different collections for you. I just want to share with you as well, firstly, before I remind you of those alcohol re-inkers, let's have a little look at these. They are the silhouette floral stamps. These are brilliant. They're like wildflowers, these. And I love the fact that they've all been disconnected for you. So you've got 3 collections within here. This is your Bumblebee Paradise that you've got just there. You will also then get as well the Scent of Summer, and you've got the Butterfly Meadow within there too. Seem to be seeing loads of wildflowers around at the moment. I've seen lots of sort of homeware shops over the weekend, and then loads of them have, especially sort of dried wildflowers. Seems to be seeing a lot of them. Seems to be very trendy-wendy at the moment. Let me remind you again then on the alcohol inkers, getting busy on these now. Your floral collection is this one just here. That's your purple, your orchid, your magenta, cherry starfish and dandelion. There is also a coastal collection which gives you emerald, forest green, sea spray, ultramarine, peacock and cyan. And then you've got your neutrals too, which is ice grey, green grey, brown grey, blue grey, raw sienna and coffee bean. All of them got over 20% off, all of them coming in at £27.99 in the UK or £37.99 if you are over in the US. We are going to go back and have another little look at the incredible, I'm going to call these the spender penny bags. I don't know what they were actually called, who knows, but that's what we're going to call them for today. Why? Because it's funny and that's what we're about. I want to share these with you. So a brilliant selection of goodies. Now, these 2 products, these are essentially what you're paying for here with this. And if you've not had our Aquaben pencils, they are brilliant. Such great quality, such brilliant value for money. This one here you're looking at, this is your botanical collection. All of these gorgeous different colours are coming in here for you. They are a wonderful watercolour pencil. They're so simple. If you've not used watercolour pencils, really easy. You'll find loads of inspo over on the website on how you can use those by going back and watching some of our Colour Me Happy shows back. You've also got the glossy highlights included. Now, you're paying for those 2 items, and you are going to get the rest of this all for free. And this is, of course, £75 or $111 worth of goodies included, which is... I mean, how often you guys saying you're going to spend £30, £75 worth of goodies for free? Spend $36, get $111 worth of goodies for free. When I say free, it's costing you a penny. I mean, so not, as close as you can get. You've got a discovery kit in here. These are brilliant. If you haven't had our acrylic paint markers, you're going to get a set of those. It's almost like a sort of try-me of all of our best bits from our Spectrum Noir range. You've got some of our legendary tri-blends in there. We've got those 3 different shades in the one pen. You've also then got some tricolour markers. These are the Great Outdoors that are in here. We've also got your metallic paint markers. We then have a quick dry ink pad. These are brilliant for your stamping, and some of our illustrators, which are sort of like the top of the tree when it comes to our alcohol markers. That's the vintage that you're getting in there. So all of that, £75 or $111 worth of goodies for a penny when you buy these 2 items. It really is amazing value for money. Do not miss out on that. They were featured in Thursday's Cartload, and we've just brought a few into this show for you to share with you today on what amazing deals we do have left from those selections. Next up is these two amazing festive dies for you. So it's one of our double-sided ornament dies. These, of course, you not had double-sided dies, brilliant. You do need the double-sided die plates, but they cut the mat and the layer essentially at the same time, and you've got our ho 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 stamp and die there, which is perfect for all of your festive crafting. And then I'm going to give you an extra £86 or $106 worth of extra crafty festive goodies for a penny, which is very, very generous. So we've got stamps in here, 3D embossing folders with stencils. We've then got a wonderful creator card scene die coming in here, layering stamps as well for you, gift card holder dies in there, and also one of our layerable sentiment dies too. £86 worth or $106 worth of goodies for a penny when you're buying, of course, those 2 items, which is brilliant. So we've got that one, and the other one we've got to share with you is the Nature's Garden collection. So again, let me just bring this one in, because what you're paying for here is you're paying for the cardstock, a luxury cardstock. Can't quite believe we've got this in stock still from the Secret Garden. You're A4 luxury cardstock, and also the wax seal from the Farmhouse collection too. And then for a penny, you're going to get the other £70 or $84 worth of goodies. So you're looking at stamps and dies, which is our whimsical lanterns. We've also got stamps and dies from Farmhouse collection, which is those seed packets. You've got the huge gate there. This one here is your We Can Do It, which is some beautiful stamps designed to be coloured there from Farmhouse. Something from our garden gnomes, some beautiful stamps and dies. That's the summer gnomes. From the winter gnomes, you've got some, this is your gnome kissing gate. Again, really lovely sentiments and some imagery designed to be coloured. And you've also got here as well your A Moment in Time, which is from our Secret Garden collection. £70 or $84 worth of goodies coming in for a penny when you buy these 2 items. Brilliant, brilliant value, however you look at this, which is amazing. Right then, we are going to go back. We're going to have a little look at the inks, even more so, more techniques. So many techniques that are achievable with these, isn't there, Michelle?
There is. I mean, there's so many more than what I'm going to be able to show you today. But, you know, we've got so many, there's YouTube, there's Pinterest, there's lots of places that you can go. Our pages, so our Spectrum Noir, there's probably, or maybe people have posted on there. So there's many places you can go to see lots and lots of techniques with these. But I've brought this piece in now. So this is the one that I made earlier, and it's suitably, I think, tacky. Some of the bits on there are a bit bigger than I would maybe normally like, but you can guarantee that if I leave it any longer, I'm going to look up and it's going to be completely dry. So where you've got lots of those overlap, you've got bits that will stay tacky for a lot longer. So when that happens, the best thing and most fun thing you're going to be doing is going to be bringing some of your gilding flakes in. Now I've got our gold, so I've got the, how do you say that? Is Ariel?
Oriel.
Oriel, thank you very much. So I've picked these ones, but we've got the others. We've got the reds, the blues, the pinks. We've got greens. So you can absolutely be bringing any of your. I'm taking this off really carefully. Can you tell? Any of the ones that we've got, you can be using on these. And again, it depends on obviously what colours that you've used on here, what sort of colour that you're going for. So I'm just gonna. And they're so lovely and big, these ones.
Look at you, you're so delicate using your tweezers to get them out.
I'm trying to be so careful because I can be so heavy-handed. So all you're going to do is you're going to be placing them on there and covering up those. I just need to go for it, don't I? I just need to dive in there, really. Just get it all over there. Just hope no one comes and sneezes.
Yes, no fan on today. We don't need the fan on today. It is chilly up here in the northeast today.
It really is.
Never thought we'd say that after the last couple of months that we've been having.
No. It's been so nice. And then this past week, I didn't bring my jacket up because I thought, oh, it's so lovely. And I've needed it nearly every day.
I've got T-shirts and shirts. I've got no jacket this week either. I've done exactly the same thing as you, Michelle.
So you're just gonna, with either your little sponge applicator that you've got, we're gonna just pat that down onto all those tacky bits. Just trying to make sure that I've got them all covered. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna bring in, let me get a clean piece. So sometimes when, I forgot my sponge or I am not using my sponge, I'm just gonna bring in just a piece of kitchen roll and we're just going to dab it on there, and it is going to stick to all those tacky bits. Now, each time again that you do this, you are going to get, so some of mine are still a little bit tacky. Let's start to stick that back on there, give it a press down. So each time you do it, you're going to get, again, a totally different effect. And each time it's different, and each time it's just as amazing when you take that gold off. Now this is by far my favourite effect that you get. So if I just pick that up for you.
Oh wow, you've still got it in there. You couldn't quite see it when it was laid down flat on the mat, but actually now you've picked it up as it plays with the light. That is incredible.
All that gold on there.
It really is. So, it almost looks like it's sort of molten, doesn't it, within the alcohol ink itself?
Yeah. So even though some of my pieces were still big, my tacky pieces were still quite big, it still looks amazing. You don't need to wait until your veins in there are nice and thin and nearly dried out. Put it on in really big pieces, but that is it. That is as easy as it is to use your gilding flakes on there, and that is my most favourite one. Oh, it's impossible to put these back in a box, isn't it?
Isn't it? You're just gonna have to. I think you just have to give up on the idea of them going back in the box, Michelle. Lots of you still talking about how you like to use yours. Yes, any questions you've got, you can get them into us, Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion over on YouTube is the best way of getting your questions into us. But lots of people intently watching away, and I think for a lot of you maybe it's not, I'd say, of all the sort of styles of colouring that we bring you on Colour Me Happy, this is the one we don't get to feature all that often, so really lovely to have them on the show. Right, we are going to take a quick break, I think, and what we've got is we're going to share with you something very exciting that is coming to you this week here on Crafters TV. Take a look.
Look where I am! This is our amazing brand new warehouse. This is the one you always hear us talk about, our global fulfillment centre, just down the road from our offices. Anyway, it's gorgeous, it's brand spanking new, but already it is literally crammed full to the rafters with stuff. Amazing stuff, but stuff that we need to clear out and make some space for. So the good news is, all of next week, I am taking over the whole channel. Crafters TV is having a full-on Sarah-style takeover for Sarah's Craft Clear Out. We've got deals going on all week, brand new drops every single day, amazing shows planned throughout the week. You do not want to miss it. Keep an eye out for an email, keep an eye out on our socials for more information, and I'll see you bright and early for Wake Up Call on Monday morning.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Put away your tape measure and fabric scissors. The Threader's fabric cutter offers accuracy and precision with every cut. This handy tool slices through fabric in a guillotine style. Its ergonomic design features a comfortable and protective handle, so it's safe and easy to use whether you're right or left-handed. Its 45mm rotary blade will cut up to 6 layers of fabric at a time, so your sewing, quilting, and upholstery project times are cut down to size. It's equipped with a measuring guide in metric and imperial for a perfectly accurate cut every time. The built-in grid ruler has 30°, 45°, and 60° angle lines, so you can cut fabric on any angle, including the bias. Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash.
Make your die cutting tools last as long as your love for crafting with the Gemini Accessories clear cutting plates. Your metal dies are put under lots of pressure with each pass through your Gemini die cutting machine. So to make sure they cut crisp, clean, delicate designs for years to come, you need to look after your dies, and that's where the Gemini Accessories clear cutting plates come in.
Quick Buy, get yours now.
Lots and lots of you chatting away and shopping away as well. Let's share these with you because these are what we're going to have a little look at now. Some outline floors. These were used a little earlier in the show. Let me share them with you. Lots of you pop these in your basket. So you've got some beautiful stamps. They've all got their own sentiment in there as well. So this one here is the Divine Rose. You will also get the Radiant Ranunculus as well. I love how sort of sketchy in a good way, Michelle, not sketchy in a bad way, but sort of how sort of freehand they are, which is really lovely. You've got a Delicate Blossom in here, and you'll also get the Proud Poppies as well. So a really lovely selection of floral stamps there for you. Saving 25%, so you're getting one of them for free in there. $14.97 or $20.85 if you want to get your hands on those ones. We must come back and have another look at this as well, from the Academy of Colour. The Academy of Colour has been such a revelation since we launched it here at Crafters Companion, and now what we've got are these sort of additional elements that are coming along. And the great thing is that what it allows you to do really is master one specific element or type of colouring. So this one is all about portraits. Now, not only for that price you're going to get the fabulous content of the box, which is more than going to take care of that sort of value for you. It's brilliant value just to get the content. You've also got education as well alongside this, so you'll get the ability to access an online class with the lovely Leanne, where she's going to show you and share all of her hints and tips to help you master this specific style of colouring. So it really is a wonderful proposition, this. Let me share with you what you're going to get in the box then. You're going to get 10 markers in here. So we've got a selection of alcohol and also watercolour markers too. These are the kind of results that they are going to give you. So you've got all of that included. You've then got your stamps in here as well, and the stamps of course have all been designed really first and foremost, yes, to give you a beautiful result, but also to enable you to really master the specific technique that it is that you're going to need to use with these with this style of colouring. You've also then got your alcohol marker card, and you will get your watercolour marker card. Both of those are coming included, and these are the kind of things that you're going to be able to do. This is it here on your watercolour. These are the same stamps, of course, different pens using your alcohol markers, so giving you a different look and effect, and then sort of really building these up and creating some very, very stunning results. So a brilliant selection, a great value for money when it comes to just the contents in the box. But then, of course, you've got the QR code on the back. That's the bit you're going to be able to scan. It's going to take you, of course, to that class, which you're going to be able to take with Leanne, where it's going to enable you to really master that specific style of colouring. I think it's a really great proposition. I think as a gift for someone as well, it's excellent. Maybe if you know someone that's trying to get into a specific style of colouring. $14.48 or $20.48 is what you save when you go for that in the show today. So do not miss out on that one. And of course, that is one of a long line of products coming from the Academy of Colour. If it's a new concept to you, go back over on the website, and we do have the original Academy of Colour that we launched, slightly larger collection. Now what we're doing is bolting on these other sort of styles of colouring for you as well, which is excellent. Platinum members are $27.19 or $35.96 if you want to get your hands on those. Remember what's coming up later today here as well on Crafters TV. I'll be joined by Lily a little later. Myself and Lily will be here for a masterclass looking at all things stencils. That'll be at 2 p.m. here in the UK, 9 a.m. if you're over on the East Coast. And then Second Chance Sunday, of course, 6 p.m. here in the UK, 1 o'clock over on the East Coast. Your chance to have a little look back on some of the best deals of the last week or so when it comes to everything you've seen here at Crafters TV. We're going to go back to Michelle, though, because we've got even more techniques to get through, Michelle.
We have. We've got. I've got a few more up my sleeve. I've got sleeves on today, so I can say it. So again, I've got a piece of watercolour card, and I've got this. I've got my Divine Rose stamp set. So we're going to be using this one. I've sort of gone a little bit off. So every time Joe showed you some stamps, I've not used them. Just try to keep him on his toes. So let's just pop this on here. So. I've got my translucent watermark, and I've got some white embossing powder. So we're gonna just build up, let me move that, build up a little scene here with these. And the good thing about the platform is you can do this. You can be sort of popping these down where you're wanting them to go. Building that scene up there and then picking it up with your stamping platform, and everything's going to stay exactly where you want it to. So let's pop that there, and we'll pop that
And I guess the stamps that you're showing us, that you're using, Michelle, here, you can do that with any stamps, I'm guessing, can you, with these particular inks, or does it work better with certain styles of stamps?
No, you can do it with any of your stamps. Okay. So any of our stamps that we've got, you can use. So the only thing that I've found is sort of when I did that one. Where's the other one? Let me see if you can see it better on that. Oh, I don't even know where I've put my stuff. Here it is. So when you're doing that, when you are lifting with the stamp, it looks a lot better when you've got sort of that fine lined stamp rather than a full filled in stamp, if that makes sense. It looks nicer. It just looks nicer and you get a better effect. So right. But yeah, absolutely any of your stamps. And again, it's about having a play. Get your stamps out, see what you want to use and see how it turns out. It might turn out awful, but then at least you know, oh, I'm not using them again. But then again, it might turn out as the best thing that you've ever done. I think some of our most favourite and best achievements come from accidents. So I'm going to go in just one more time, just to make sure that I've got plenty on there.
Sandra says there was the thing on Bake Off where they put syrups into the pipette and stood them in cupcakes for squirting to eat. Oh, I think Sandra's just working out ways that she can use hundreds and hundreds of pipettes at the moment. Yes. She says shared them around. I've still got 100 or so. There you are. Has anyone seen this new style of video on Facebook that's really annoying going around? Whereby, you might have seen this, Michelle, whereby they like tell you they're going to do something. Like the other day it was a cake and they were just pouring like frosting into the top of this, holding a glass over the cake and just pouring frosting in and saying, we're going to put the frosting in, and then when the frosting comes out, then we're going to lift the jar up, and then what's going to happen is it's going to decorate the cake. And they go on for like 25 minutes and it never gets to the end bit.
No.
Who thought this was a good idea? For the sanity, for the sanity of the planet, there are so many of them. There are hundreds. Who came up with these and why are they a thing? How did this start?
I don't know, but it drives me crazy.
They drive me insane. And the other thing is, I can't stop watching them.
I know.
And then I have to scrub along to the end to try and see. And then indefinitely they do the thing they were going to say they were doing, and it's a complete and utter letdown. Oh, there's a part 2. Has anyone else seen these online?
You can never find part 2.
No, it's the worst. The absolute worst.
Oh, no.
Sorry, thank you for giving me the space for that rant. But I only saw them in the last couple of weeks, but apparently they are a thing. They're now a thing, that's it. They've started. Yeah, producer James said if the video's longer than 2 minutes for that sort of thing, you know it's one of those. So just give up, don't even start watching it.
Yeah. It's incredibly frustrating. I'll turn that off.
It would be like us doing a show, wouldn't it? But doing one demo for the whole 2 hours, Michelle, and saying we'll show you at the end what it's going to actually look like, and then just standing here and talking for the whole 2 hours. Infuriating.
Yes. Oh God, yeah.
Debbie says, yes, Joe, so annoying, and I actually can't stop watching them. That's the
That's
thing.
it, isn't it?
Why are we doing it to ourselves? Why are we doing it to ourselves? Sarah Kay says, absolutely loving these. It looks a bit like marble, talking about that last demonstration as well, says Michelle. Lots and lots and lots of love coming in. Sarah Kay says, you're going to need a mini hoover for the desk after those gilding flakes.
Yes.
Absolutely, don't be using those when you've got a fan on in the studio. It's definitely the key to those. Well, the gilding flakes have recently just come back in stock, actually, so if you did want them, head over to the website. We've got lots of them now back in stock.
Right, so I'm just going to let that dry down a sec. My heat embossing hasn't taken quite well in some parts, so what I'm going to do is, I think I've picked up the old one as well. It's a little bit dirty. Let me bring this one in. So all I've done, the only difference is I've just built it up a little bit more with those extra foliage pieces. So I'll bring this one in. Right, so what I'm going to do now is, so I've got one of our daubers, so if you are going to be using these on your daubers, don't be using your inks as well, sort of keep anything that you're going to be using for these, so your paintbrushes and things, keep them separate, keep them as your alcohol.
Could you add alcohol to things, like to your dauber, for instance? Could you load your, you know, the clear out, like your what's it called again?
Isopropyl.
Isopropyl. Could you add a bit of that into your dauber to sort of keep things moving a bit if you wanted to?
Yes, absolutely. So that's exactly sort of what I was going to be doing. I'm going to be putting a bit of ink on here, and I'm just going to be doing a background, and then if I'm not happy with the colour, or I want it a bit of a lighter colour, then you can put so drop some of your isopropyl onto this and then swipe back over. And again, it's about building your scene, building your layers, seeing what you're liking, where you're wanting to go with it. So yes, you can. So again, I've got DR3, CR6 and CT4. I'm pretty sure that that's the CR6 that I've got on that side. So let me just, so I'm just gonna put some on there, make it nice and, I was gonna say juicy, but I don't like that word. I'm gonna put a bit of DR3 on the other side. And then we're gonna just go for it. We're just gonna swipe. So it's drying pretty quick.
That's really cool.
But it looks lovely, doesn't it? So I'm gonna put that up there. But I'm gonna pipette. So this is my alcohol. We're gonna put some of that on, and we're gonna go over, and you can see how it helps you to blend it that little bit more.
That's
but you
really
can
cool.
See
so it's like using a wet brush, really, isn't it, with
Yes.
your aqua pens?
Yes. So with this, it's very much like if you was doing any kind of watercolouring with our pens, our ink pads, or if you are a watercolourist. It's lots of the techniques that you're going to be doing, you can do.
Really cool.
So I haven't put any more ink on. All I'm doing is I'm bringing more of my alcohol and I'm popping it on there, and I am just swiping with the remaining on there.
That's amazing, Michelle. It really is.
It's just so easy.
It resists so well,
yes,
doesn't it?
It does, and so effective. So let me just put a bit more on. And just by putting a bit more, you're just building up layers. I've got a fingerprint there. That can be the sun. I don't know why I point it out, because you can't see it like I can. So I point out my little mistake and no one can see it. So all I've done is with just those two colours, I've created that background. And that's just one of our normal foam ones. A lot of videos will tell you to use a felt one, but I've found that this one works just as well. But if I bring in, so this is this is the card that I made, slightly different. I went in with some CR CT4 on the top. And all I've done that's different is where I've swiped across with this, on this one, I've got my dauber and I've daubed, for want of a better word. So if I bring this one in, and we'll do the daub effect. And again, so you're going to get a different effect each and every time, and just by either daubing or, it sounds so weird saying that, or swiping, or swooshing, or using your tissue paper. Let's put a bit of this on this one. So this is the one that I've just done that didn't heat emboss brilliantly. So we're going to daub. And again, you can see it practically dries instantly.
I love the two colours together. That's a completely different effect, isn't it?
Yeah. So this is where I'm going to come in. We're going to pop some of that alcohol on and we're going to daub. And it's just going to daub it all in.
It's like a really colourful cloud, doesn't it?
A little bit more on. And then this is it. So you just keep going in until you're happy with the result that you have got on your card. So you can see it's a bit lighter at the bottom. So if it goes a bit lighter and you want a bit more on, we're just going to go in with a little bit more colour. Pop that on there. And then you're going to go over. And you're just
fabulous.
Yeah, keep going until you're happy with the effect. So you can see I've done the same effect, totally different. Obviously that was the swipe effect. But then again, you're just gonna keep adding a little bit of your alcohol or a little bit of your colour to fill in and get the effects that you sort of want. And because I'm using it onto the watercolour card, it's soaking in straight away and lovely.
Nice that you can come back with more alcohol and sort of blend it out as well,
Yes.
if it's a bit too intense or a bit too harsh.
Yes, definitely. So even on your Yupo paper, if you've got a certain area that you're not quite happy with, bring in some more of your isopropyl, get rid of that area, and then come in with your inks again, because it blends out those, if there's any edges or anything, it just blends it out. It blends it out beautifully, and you don't get no ugliness with them.
Ugliness, did you say? Did you say ugliness?
Yeah.
I love that term. It's definitely not going to be ugly.
These ones that I've used here.
You're not using watercolour card here, are you?
Yes,
that is watercolour card, that one.
Card, yeah.
Ah, Debbie was just asking that.
Yeah, so for this, because I did the heat emboss technique.
And was that on the watercolour, both of those on the watercolour?
These are both on watercolour, all three are on a watercolour card.
Amazing. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, what you've been using, though, mostly is the Yupo paper,
Mostly
Do we have the Yupo paper on the show today?
Wait, I would imagine it is.
We're going to find out.
I know we've definitely. I know we do sell it.
Brilliant. So the details on the screen is for the Academy of Colour, which give you the details again for the alcohol inks that are on the show. The Yupo paper, I believe, is on the website, so do head over there. Another brilliant technique from Michelle that you've seen there on how you can use these. Let's remind you then exactly what you're getting included as well with them. So you get 6 in each of these. You're getting a lot in them. Is it 50 mils in each, Michelle, of those pots?
30.
30 mils in each of those. So
it
only
goes
using a few
long
drops
way.
in each, you're going to go a really, really long way. 3 different collections for you then. So you've got your floral, which is this one just here. And in there you're going to get purple, orchid, magenta, cherry, starfish and dandelion. All the same price here. You just need to choose which one you're going for. Maybe you're going for multiples of them. The next one is your coastal. That's with the emerald, the forest sea spray. You've also got ultramarine, peacock blue and the cyan. Or you can go for the neutrals too. And the neutrals are going to give you ice grey, green grey, brown grey, blue grey, the raw sienna and the coffee bean as well. So whichever one you're going for, you're going to get the same great value there. $22.39 or $30.39 if you are a platinum member there. Lots of love still coming in for these. Shadia says, can we do the same thing with the sparkle pots? No, sparkle pots would be a different kind of medium, I'm guessing, wouldn't they, Michelle?
They're not alcohol, are they?
Not alcohol-based, they're a water-based product, aren't they?
Yes, so you could, with water, with your sparkle pots and water, so it's water-based and water is going to do the same as the alcohol and the alcohol blending solution. Obviously, you're going to get sort of a different effect, but you still will sort of be able to do the same techniques that I've been doing, but it's just going to look different. But do it and send us some pictures.
Yeah, we'd love to see, absolutely. Lynn says they are all gorgeous, no ugliness there at all. I agree with you, Lynn. Mary loves that card. Debbie says, Michelle, orange is my favourite colour. You're making me very happy right now. And Charlotte Clark says, really, really like the look of this one. Now, we do have some brilliant pen deals for you available as well. This is Colour Me Happy after all. And this is a great selection. It is a 60... Was that you?
Yeah. Was
it actually you or the board?
I'm just cleaning my mouth.
Okay. I wondered what that was for a moment there. I wasn't sure if it was like a sort of slightly guttural giggle, but obviously not. Let me take you through this 60 pen collection. It's our classics. Now, these are able to be refilled using the re-inkers that you've got on the show here. Dual tipped as well with that bullet tip and also that chisel nib as well. This one here is your jewel, and in here you'll get sangria, lipstick, amber, fern green, jade green, Caribbean, navy blue, cobalt, dark blue, damson, cranberry, and the cocktail pink. You'll also get the brights, which I really adore. Real nice bold pop of colour, these ones. And you've got red, spice, satsuma, sunshine, salad, leaf green, marine, aqua blue, surf blue, denim, heather and begonia. The pastels, that's going to give you silk, vanilla, mimosa, light yellow, chartreuse, pistachio, duck egg, periwinkle, soft purple, lilac, sorbet and blossom. The nature, this one gives you olive green, fern green, avocado, grass, alpine green, ivy, umber, mocha, cacao. I would say cacao, it's cocoa. Cacao. Coffee bean, brown grey, 2 different shades of the brown grey there, and then finally the floral, which is the cherry red, mango, aniseed, carnation, carmine is what that one is, fuchsia, pink tint, the fruit pink, hydrangea, lavender, orchid, and the antique plum. Delicious. $78.99 or $126.99 gets you all of those. A great saving. You're saving over £20 or $30 there. And that platinum price, of course, all of you able to use your Club Inspired discount, which is brilliant. I want to move back to this, though, and share this again with you. A brilliant deal from on our Gemini MIDI. Essentially, what you're paying for here are the stamps and dies. And these are all stamps and dies which you're going to use brilliantly with your Gemini MIDI. So you buy the stamps and dies, some stencils in here too for you as well, and then you get the MIDI, I can't quite believe this, for a penny. The idea of being able to get a MIDI for 1p or 1 cent is quite remarkable, really. It's a 6x9 cutting machine for you, die cutting machine. It's manual too. I absolutely love it. It's the machine that I always use if we do any crafting here in the studio. It's also a folder-based system which is brilliant because it means you don't have any sandwich combinations to worry about whatsoever. All you're going to do is pop into here your cardstock, your thin metal die facing down, close this up and pop it straight through your machine. It really is as simple as that. It's a brilliant, brilliant machine. Because it's got Gemini on there as well, you know it's going to have that amazing power that you associate with a Gemini machine, which is brilliant. So do snap that up, a Gemini machine for a penny when you buy those other stamps and dies alongside it. What a brilliant, brilliant deal that is. Of course, there's lots of our, we had an amazing cartload on Thursday, lots of those deals still hanging around over on the website, so do head over there and check those out as well before they disappear, is what I would say. Any questions you've got, keep getting them into me. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion over on YouTube as well. But we're going to go back for Michelle, even more inspiration. You've shown us so many different ways so far of using these, Michelle, and it goes to show you, doesn't it, the versatility that you get with them.
Yeah, definitely. And I think, especially with the watercolour card, you wouldn't necessarily think to use it on there because obviously the Yupo paper is that like plasticky stuff almost. So you want the non-porous stuff, but actually then using that gives you that beautiful texture you would never even think. So yeah, again, it's just about having a play, seeing how it works with certain things. If it doesn't work, you've lost a tiny little bit of ink. If it does, the next greatest discovery you've just done in your craft room.
Absolutely.
So I've got a piece of acetate. So this is just our normal acetate. If you want to heat set, I'm not sure how it would work with this. If you've got like your heat gun, if you're going to be using your heat gun to be moving it about, maybe I would use our heat resistant. I know it's a lot thinner, but you're still going to get a wonderful effect. But if you're just leaving it to dry, then you absolutely can be using our acetate. So let's have a look. So we've got a little bit of a red, orange, yellow, green, blue thing going on, I think. Let's bring in this one because we haven't used the blue yet. And we're just going to pop it on this acetate. So I've just put it on this piece of card so I can see it. If I put it on there, I just keep losing it.
Yeah.
So the only reason I've got card under is just so you and I can see what I'm doing. So while all I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my alcohol in. Let me loosen all these pipettes. Oh, I do like that word. Pipette.
It's a nice word, isn't it?
It's not a word you get to say so much.
If you need some pipettes, honestly, Sandra, she's got hundreds of them. You never know, she might be able to. She's probably looking to offload a few in the comments, I reckon. Right,
so let me just get them all loose. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in, I think, with a little bit of alcohol first. So I'm just going to put little bits just across the top there. And then I'm just going to drop a little bit of this on. So just there. And again, I'm only going to do a little bit to start with, because you can, again, even though it's on the acetate, you can still be building this up. And the colours are just so intense, so lovely. So because I've already got that acetate on there, that alcohol on there, if I give this a bit of a wiggle now, it's just going to move itself in that bit of alcohol. But then as that alcohol's drying, so if it dries before you get to the end, just go in with a little bit more, pop it in there, and you can see how it sort of starbursts out, doesn't it, almost? And we're just going to have a wiggle.
Oh, it's really cool with these primary colours, isn't it?
Yes. So that's all we're going to do. And do you know what? That effect, when you do that, I love it. I think that...
And I guess you could then die cut sentiments from that if you wanted to, couldn't you? It would look
absolutely.
Lovely.
So it's almost like just the rain on your window, isn't it? It affects just...
I wish the rain was that colour. Can you imagine? How fabulous would that be?
Yeah. So I want a little bit more on there, so I'm just going to put a bit more on that one. A bit more there, I think. And then I'm going to add some more alcohol just on top. And it just allows it to spread again. And again, if you want those going in a specific direction, then either be using your straw, or again, like I said, your heat gun, or you know, some people use little hair dryers. I don't know if you specifically buy them or just buy a cheap hair dryer from, you know, your local catalogue shop that rhymes with Argos.
I love the way it sort of layers over. What was that, sorry?
That rhymes with Argos.
Right.
It looks lovely, doesn't it?
I love the way that it layers over each other while still being translucent, while still giving you all the different colours. It's very clever how it works.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do now is I've got a piece of Yupo paper, and I'm going to do exactly the same effect and see how different or similar that it looks. So again, I'm just going to put that across and then do the same colours. And again, I don't need to worry too much, because if it does dry before I get a chance to finish, you can again just add more on. There we go. So, I need my tweezers, I can't quite. Oh, you didn't work, did you? There we go.
Oh, wow. I love how you can really play around with the sort of viscosity of it, can't you, by adding the extra ink in there. That's really cool.
Yes, definitely. And again,
that was on the Yupo paper.
This is on the Yupo paper.
If you want the Yupo paper, we do have it on the show. Details there on the bottom of your screen. 8 by 10 inch, 5 sheets in total, $14.99 or $15.21. Lots of you going for that today in the show.
So
and
again,
I think it shows you how, I mean, as acetate, you imagine things moving quickly on acetate, but it's even faster, isn't it, on the Yupo?
Yes, it is. I'm gonna just swish those side to side. Just there you go.
That's really cool.
Look at that. So if I bring this in, this is drying really quickly. So let me bring a piece of clean card in so you can see it better. So if I pop that one on there and that on there, you can see them both. So it's the Yupo paper at the top, the acetate at the bottom. My acetate's got a little bit dirty because obviously I had it on this paper and it's soaked back up through onto the back of my acetate. So maybe, you know, you do it straight onto your glass mat, because it's obviously not going to soak back up because it's not going to have gone through, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. Two different ways of doing it there, though, and I think two really lovely, very different effects, which is excellent.
And how, again, another nice, quick, easy and simple one. So you've got Yupo paper, you've got the acetate. You can be bringing in things like maybe your glitters, or I know Tonic, they have all those little powders. Cosmic Shimmer's got all those little sparkle powders that you can be sprinkling on.
I wonder how they would go in there. Yeah, really good idea.
Yeah.
And I think just, you know, die cut, I think even if you want to make backgrounds to die cut sentiments out, they're going to absolutely love doing them.
Yes.
That with these. Sandra says, you just wanted to open another colour, Michelle. I don't blame you, is what Sandra says. Adriana says, never seen this before. Thank you for sharing. Remember the 3 different options you've got of going for these. They are busy across all 3 of them. We don't have the deepest of stocks on these either. So, I mean, I don't remember seeing this many in stock for a really long time, actually. So, great that we've got 3 different options for you. You've got your floral selection, which is the details there on the screen for you. That's got purple, orchid, magenta, cherry, starfish and dandelion. Then you've also got your coastal collection. Well, that's going to give you emerald, forest, sea spray, ultramarine, peacock and cyan. And the other one you have is your neutral, which is ice grey, green grey, brown grey, blue grey, raw sienna and the coffee bean as well. So make sure you are snapping those up. Very, very cool though. $27.99 or $37.99. It's a 20% saving for you. $22.39 or $30.39 as a platinum member. Lots of people sharing lots of different ideas as well. Sarah Kay says alcohol in a spritzer bottle, another great way to move them around.
Yes, of course.
Just loads of you sharing your different ideas. I think in one of those products, the more you use them, the more ways you'll come up with using them too. Deborah says, love seeing the different techniques. Thanks for sharing. Absolutely. Now, any questions you've got, keep them coming in. More great shows, of course, on the way today here on Crafters TV. I want to share these with you. These are our chalkboard stamps. These are brilliant. I love these because they're just very modern. They've got a real sort of modern and classic at the same time, because you seem to see a lot of this sort of sign writing coming back into fashion again at the moment. Lots of shops where I am, Michelle, pay people to come and use like acrylic paint markers and actually paint, sort of write the signs directly in the glass windows, sort of done away with signs and just are turning the whole of their glass fronts of their stores into signs. It's very cool, isn't it?
Yeah,
really,
that's great.
So yeah, really cool. And this is a sort of very much in that style, which I love. This one says, do more of what makes you happy. You've also got the greatest thing you can be is yourself. This one here is may you be forever blessed. You'll also get life is too important to be taken seriously. Go out there and do amazing things. Laughter is the best medicine. We've also got enjoy the sweet little moments. This one here is make your dreams happen. Then you've also got life is tough, but so are you. And finally, you don't have to be perfect to be amazing. Absolutely. You do not. $34.93 or $48.65 is your price there on those. I want to again share that 1p goodie bag. The Spectrum Noir one specifically, understandably, with this being Colour Me Happy, is the most popular at the moment. They're all great value. The brilliant thing about this one is that you're buying these. So you're going to buy the Aquablend pencils and the glossy highlights. Both of them great value individually, $30.99 or $36.91. But then what we're going to do is bring you £75 or $111 worth of freebies for an extra penny, which is amazing. And it's like a real kind of best of the rest of the Spectrum Noir collection, because you're going to get a couple of different types of alcohol markers in here. You've got our tri-blend pens. You're also going to get our acrylic paint pens in the jewel shade there. We've then got for you one of our discovery kits. Now these are excellent value in their own right. You've actually got 5 classic markers and a fine liner in there, worksheets as well, and all the instructions that you need to create wonderful concept design projects. Next up, you've then got these. These are our metallic acrylic paint markers, which are so fabulous. You've got some of our tricolour aqua markers. So these are put together so as you can blend seamlessly. You get 9 different colours of aqua marker in the one collection. You're also going to get some of our illustrators in there, and you're going to get one of our quick drying ink pads too. Now, that value of the freebies, you're spending a penny on them, but they would cost you £75 or $111. So really, really great value. And you're getting all of that for a penny, of course, when you are buying your aqua blends and also your glossy highlights. So definitely excellent, excellent value is what you are getting there. $24.79, $29.53 if you are a platinum member and you want to go for those. Right, I think, have you even got time to squeeze some more inspiration in before the end of the show, Michelle? Excellent.
One more quick technique that I can show you. So again, I've got my piece of card underneath, but it's because I'm going to want to lift it up in a minute. So again, just a square piece of Yupo paper, and I have got my low-tack tape. So you can either use low-tack tape for this, or you can be using some washi tape. It's entirely up to you, but because it's Yupo paper, my low-tack tape isn't going to stick to it and rip it as if we, you know, like we do sometimes when we use our when we use it to tape our dies to our paper. It's hot, but this is a Yupo paper, so it's not going to rip as we bring it up like it would normally. Our low-tack, high-tack tape.
Low-tack, high-tack.
Low-tack, high-tack. So let's just, again, let me bring, decisions. Let's go with the blue and maybe a little bit of green. I think that's going to be the hardest thing for you, deciding which colours you're wanting to use. So again, I'm just going to put some of this alcohol down first. I'm going to go with blue first. And then just going to put a bit of blue, then a bit of green. And then, again, if by the time you've got to that bit it's dried out, you're just going to add more alcohol. You can be using your straw, because when you use your straw you get all those beautiful shapes.
It's really cool, isn't it?
Yeah, and you just, it's actually a lot of fun. So let's add a little bit more of this in. And I don't need to worry about those little marks that I just put in there, those blobby marks, because they're all going to come out. And we're just going to either swish and blow and wiggle it just a little bit. Oh, I almost broke out into song there. And it's just fun. It's just fun being able to pick up actually a straw and just play as if like we used to do, you know, when we was at school.
Yeah.
And you used to get messy art. So let's pop a bit more of that on there. And then the green. And I'm trying to mix these two colours up. I'm not trying to keep them separate because I think they're two colours that are blending together beautifully. So again, just to make it move more, this is all you're going to do. You're going to keep going in with a bit of colour, you're going to go in with your alcohol, and you're going to keep swapping and changing until you are happy with your design. Oh, I nearly had an ink gate then, like my water gate. I nearly knocked my ink over. So you can see where I've got that, my low-tack tape on there. So I'm just going to bring this in because I just want to try and dry it a little bit quicker than leaving it because obviously of time.
I guess, I mean, you could use it, well, you can see that it's moving it around as well, isn't it? So if you wanted to use that, then absolutely you could.
I think for moving it around, I would definitely get one of those little hairdryers because you have that little attachment on the end that sort of gives you that more of a direct, more direct heat or blowiness.
I love that sound. I love the Michelleisms that we've got. Ugliness and blowiness we've had today, which is fabulous. It's definitely got a bit of an underwater vibe to it, this one.
It has, definitely. So where is my... Let me see if I can get this up without getting ink all over me. So it's not fully dry, but we should still... Let's see, that's not fully dry on there. Maybe... Oh, just get your fingers dirty, Michelle. Let's just... On that low-tack tape, let me just give it a dry.
I guess because the low-tack tape's soaking it up a bit, is it, Michelle?
It is, yeah. So if you let it dry fully before you... There you go, look, that one's peeled off perfectly.
Love that.
I'd just not let that dry enough. I'm just too impatient. But then...
Brilliant.
But then what you can then do is all these bits that are still a little bit tacky, bring your gilding flakes in again. If that had have worked brilliant, I'd have had that lovely effect there. But then if I bring that one in, that I did earlier, here's one I made earlier, with the pink, you can see how beautifully it works. And then if I bring my finished card in, so obviously 3 different
really
colours.
Lovely.
Once that dries, look more like that, but it lovely. And again, just a different way to use it.
Really, really lovely. I love the fact that you're going to get a different result every single time. We need to get a quick card of the show in, don't we,
I don't think... do you want me to use my actual cards that I did before the show? Because I've only done techniques.
No card of the show then, there we are. Can you die cut Yupo paper and have it as a topper on your card, asked Stacey?
Yes, absolutely.
There you
absolutely. So make some beautiful backgrounds and then be die cutting them out. Yeah, definitely.
Brilliant. Always good to know. Remember then the 3 different collections. If you want to go for those alcohol inks, you've got 3 different options when it comes to them. So you've got your florals firstly, These ones just here, purple orchid, magenta, cherry, starfish and dandelion. You've also got your coastals, the emerald, forest, sea spray, ultramarine, peacock blue and the cyan. And then also your neutrals, ice grey, green grey, brown grey, blue grey, the raw sienna and the coffee bean as well. So they are your options, $27.99 or $37.99, over 20% off there, which is brilliant. So make sure you are snapping those up. Lots of love coming in for those demos as well. Mary loving it. Also, Sarah Kay says these look stunning. Great question from Anne. What would you use to glue the Yupo paper down? Good question, to stick it down.
So our tacky glue will stick it down, because that's what I use for any sort of coated cardstock anyway, or your red liner tape or our tape pens.
Yeah.
I know it's a plasticky, but it's not something that you wouldn't be able to use and stick down. So yeah, either red liner, your finger lift tape, our tape pens, or tacky glue.
Brilliant. I hope that helps, Anne. Next, I want to take you through some of the other stuff that you've seen in the show as well. These are the outline floral stamp collection that you've got here. 4 different collections on this one, 4 different styles. You've got the Divine Rose, which are these ones here. Oh, I bought some lovely roses for home this week.
Oh, have you?
Dotted them all about. White ones. So delicious, aren't they?
Yes.
We've also got the Radiant Ranunculus, which is this one just here. You've also got then the Delicate Blossom and the Proud Poppies in there too. $14.97 or $20.85 if you want to get a hold of those ones. And then the other one that we have for you are these, the silhouette florals. And these are brilliant because they're sort of a wildflower, which is very popular at the moment. I love that they're all individual dies, so you can really play around with these and how you put them together, which is wonderful. So you've got your Bumblebee Paradise just there. This one here is the Scent of Summer, and you've also then got your Butterfly Meadow there too, $25.33 or $29.15. That's $13.64 or $15.70 that you're saving on that. Platinum members, $20.26 or $23.32 is your price there. I want to remind you again about that Nature's Garden or 1p goodie bag. Very popular on this so far today. You guys are absolutely loving it. So what you're buying in this particular collection are these 2 items here. So you're buying those 2. It's your Nature's Garden luxury cardstock, 32 sheets in there, and your Farmhouse wax seal kit. Now for a penny then, on top of that, you are going to receive all of these other items, which is pretty amazing. So we've got gorgeous stamps from Secret Gardens, something from our gnome, our winter gnome collection. There's some stamps and dies from our summer gnomes, our garden gnomes, something from Farmhouse, some beautiful stamps in here which are crying out to be coloured up. That amazing gate, which is from Secret Garden. These items are worth £70 or $84, these additional items. You've then got the Let Love Grow there, which is that seed packet, and also some wonderful stamps and dies, which are your whimsical lanterns. They will work across a whole host of other collections as well, which is awesome. $23.99, $29.53 if you want to get those. That is Michelle done with us now for today. When are you back with us, Michelle?
Oh, so I've got a couple of weeks off.
Nice.
So the kids are off school. So we're going to... Alice bought a kitten yesterday.
Sorry?
Alice went and got a kitten.
Oh,
yesterday.
no. What about how's the dog going to get on with the kitten?
I ain't got a clue.
Oh, dear.
I don't know. Well, it's still up in Alice's bedroom at the minute, is the kitten. So she's got got all this little setup in her bedroom. So we were planning on doing lots of days out. I mean, in Norfolk, the seaside for us is like
beautiful.
10 minutes away. So I'm not sure. I might be at the seaside with an ice cream all by myself.
Or you might be at home looking after the kitten. No, not going to be at home. Definitely not going to be at home looking after the kitten, that is for sure. Massive thanks to Michelle. Make sure you get home safely. I feel like your mum there, get home safely. I've got a masterclass coming up at 2 p.m. here in the UK, 9 a.m. East Coast. Myself and Lily will be joining you for that, all about templates, and of course Second Chance Sunday will be here as it always is, 6 p.m. in the UK, 1 o'clock over on the East Coast. So we'll see you for that. I hope you're having a brilliant Sunday. We'll see you back here in an hour's time. Take care.